Hello everybody, my name is Farmer Phil. In today's video, it's time to let calf shed number 2 out to grass. So, Father Phil and Liv have fenced up the first bit of the clump.
We're just in the process of letting the calves that are in the new shed, so this shed, the second shed, out onto the field. Just tidying up the back of the shed, just putting a bit of stone down because it's got very wet and mucky over the winter. We're just putting a fence up along here, so they're only just getting a little square, excuse the ducks, getting a square until they get used to it. So I just have a reeler I'm just going to put up along here.
Yes, there's a lot of ducks out here. After we grazed and then the calves come off here, we'll come in and we'll spray for the ducks. It's a bit of a problem here ever since this was reseeded 6 or 7 years ago. It's quite docky. So just finishing up the last of the fencing, brought back the solar fencer, so we'll be able to power this. We do have a problem with the mains fence that has to be sorted yet, but yeah, the weather is lovely. Now it's time to get them out of the shed and on to nibbling a bit of grass. And when we've that done, then we have 10 calves off milking the other shed. We want to get moved to our Autumn-born calves, which are way off over there on the multi-species sward, so we'll try and get them shifted down there. A little bit mucky up there, but shouldn't be too bad. Father Phil put in some gravel on it, so it shouldn't be too bad. There's good grass here, but there's also good ducks here. Anyways, just can't spray it now, but we'll spray it later on in the year and try and whip them out of it. It's just a bit of a pain in the arse. Anyways, just double check all this wires up and we'll let the calves see the grass. So it's a little bit anticlimactic. You should get a shock. Yep. So doors open and they're testing the waters out. So I had to scrape up a bit of muck out of the back of the shed and just put down the bit of stone, just tidy it up a little bit. But they're out. I just don't think there's going to be a big gallop of them going out now. Somehow or another. Yeah. Come on lads, you can go off out. No one but bothered. Taking it nice and cautiously. Starting to get a little bit braver now, coming out. So, see him licking. Oh! Feel bad for them. There'll be a good old whack out of that solar fence that there is. It's good to see them out stretching the legs. Getting a bit of a gallop on them once they don't gallop through the fence. So far, so good. And they all run in again. So, we're just getting ready to take our 10 calves out. We'll have the list of them on the feeder here. You won't see it, it says they're weaned. So, just want to put in a note of one of them on HerdWatch. HerdWatch sponsor all our cattle videos, by the way. You can do everything on the phone with HerdWatch. Great job. What was he? 3104. He was our ab-lib calf. He's coming off milk now. He's 80 days old. So I just want to add a note. Cattle treatment book by body condition job note. There we go. So I want to add a note just so I know he's an ad-lib calf, so that I know to be able to keep an eye on him into the future.
Those are all the ones we want.
So we're going to weigh them as well, so we're going to let them out, run them up to the crush, give them Clostridial vaccine, black leg vaccine, weigh them into the trailer and down to the multi-species. So anyways, off with Father Phil to finish feeding and then we can get started. So that's the calves sorted. Still have the bullocks waiting to go out. Might get them out tomorrow. We got slurry to do in the morning. No. What? What? God damn. Oh, he seems like a great idea. Form. Here's our 10 calves off, but they're not the biggest size wise, as these would be from our Kiwi herd, but they've done their 60 days, which is the program of the milk replacer we're using. They haven't been sick, I don't think, and they've come off milk and health condition. We body score them as they come off, so that we don't go big weights, because the weight potential will be a lot less than our Holsteins. So you can't compare the two in that regard. So here we have one calf, 3103, 88.5 kilos. So something we've never done before is weigh them going out. Actually worked not too bad getting them down this far, and they just walk into the trailer. So giving them their black leg vaccine. So, but they're all in or around that 80 kilos. The heaviest we've got so far was what, 95. So I'd say we're averaging just over 80 kilos. Around that 82 kilo mark. Yeah, getting on the finest. So we're down on our multi-species sward. Here's our autumn-born calves. So we've paddocking them. So they've just finished, they're basically finished that one, so we're going to move them back here. Do not turn it off. You wouldn't have got a shock if you didn't. It'd be popular. Oh, fence is off. Do you hold this?
Not really.
How did you get a shock off?
I don't know. I was holding the plastic.
There's good power in it anyways.
The fizz that went through my feet.
Yeah, boys.
Come on, Goliath.
Come on.
Come on. Come on. Not coming. I think the wire's still up. Yeah, but they think it's up.
Now lads. Come on.
Come on, boys.
Go on.
Come on, you try.
Huh?
Come on, you try.
Come on.
Yeah.
Look at the meal. And there we have it. So there's our autumn-born calves. They're doing rightly. There's a bit of a size difference. So them guys are, he's October, they're November and December. And then these guys are end of January, February. So they're not too bothered in the meal because they've already eaten their fill of meal. These are getting their meal now. So we're going off for a gander.
16.
So 16 calves down here now. So it's great to feed them out. So what we'll be doing with these guys is they'll be staying on 2 kilos. So they're on 2 kilos of meal in the shed because they're eating 2 wheelbarrows. Wheelbarrows 130 kilos. There's 125 4 calves there. So they're eating 2 kilos of meal a day. We have these guys on 2 kilos of meal a day, and we're going to keep the whole batch on 2 kilos of meal and all the calves on 2 kilos for as long as we can, up until September or that, and then we might start bringing them back down to 1 kilo after that. So them guys are more interested in having a walk than these lads are in their meal. But anyways, we'll catch up with the other calves that are gone that we let out there at the start of the video and see how they're getting on, and we'll come back and check on these after a couple of days. But yeah, they're gone for the river. I was going to say gone for the hill, but there's not much of a hill out here. It's nice flat Longford land. Anyways, we'll be on. And we are back in the calf shed. It's been a week since we let the calves out, so we're just after feeding them meal. No calves to feed on the feeder. Actually, nearly a week now with both feeders. There's been no calves to feed, so it's going quite well. Bit of a rush on there at the minute, but we're going vaccinating all the calves in the shed now. So they are getting this Hippocromne, our vaccine for pneumonia. So this is a new vaccine we're using. It's for the strains of Pasteurella pneumonia, or strains of Pasteurella. Anyways, the vet recommended it. He says a lot of people in our position, as in dairy beef farmers, that are using it and seem to be getting on well. So
the third one.
This is the third vaccine they've got. The other shed is already vaccinated, so they have to get this and get it again in 4 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks. Just to give you an idea how much we're spending on each calf on vaccines this year, we've given them IBR, RSV, and this. So IBR is what, 250, RSV about the same. We're spending about €15 on each calf on vaccines just to get them to grass, and that doesn't include blackleg. No. Or coccidiosis. Yeah, that's just on pneumonia vaccines. €15 on pneumonia vaccines, on the other vaccines. Anyways, so we'll go and look at them outside. We have to run them all in now. Just close the door because it'll leave it the easiest to get them done.
Shut them up one end.
So since we've given them their bit here now, we've had a couple of wet days, and it's just you have to. Oh. There's a lot of calves out.
Is there no power in it?
There's power in it.
Well, obviously
Sure,
not.
isn't it keeping the bulls where they are? Or did someone turn it off? Get the fence tester out of the gator. So we give them more space. And yeah, it's gone a little bit mucky because of the rain. But we have to do... They're just on the point of wanting the rest of the field. So we'll have to put up a bit of a wire around the bottom. But yeah, it's a little bit annoying. It'll go by rain the last 2 days. But anyways, have me pet here. What have we? We have a pet here, haven't we? We have a pet here. Anyways, we get these guys all in the shed and start vaccinating. So we have them all tightened up in the shed. So I have them all up the top end. So yeah, they're looking quite good now. We're quite happy with how everyone is doing. So it is just the easiest way. So we're blanket to them all, and then as we take them out, then they get their booster. So the majority of the calves here are dehorned. There's just a handful. I mean a handful. There could be 10 in the shed that aren't dehorned because you miss them, or you can't catch them, one or the other. So, or they were sick. Yeah, don't do sick ones. So yeah, we set the camera on time lapse and we get them done. What was it, 5 at a time or 10 at a time? 10 at a time. 10 per bottle. Cool.
There's not 50 easy.
There's not 50 ml in that, is there?
20 ml.
20 ml. Oh yes, it's 2 ml dose. Yeah, under the skin or into the muscle. Skin. Right, I'll do the catching and the marking, and Liv will do the injecting. And that's the calves vaccinated. So we've opened the gates and they're heading off back outside there now. We'll bed them up later this evening. After them being in and walking to and from. Yeah. Also, you may notice I didn't do a whole lot. Liv done it because Liv knows what she's doing, and I was just in her way. I was what you would call the gopher. Go for this, go for that, go for another marker, bring them up, bring them down, whatever she wanted done. So these are now done. So as we pull these out of the shed to go for batches off milk, we will give them their booster shot of the Somnia or whatever it is. And yeah, so touch wood, everything seems to be going quite well, and you even just get nervous talking about it. There's something always kind of catches us out at some stage. So it should go out at their own pace. So in this shed we have the first 40 calves, I think it is, or maybe, yeah, it is the first 40 calves are within 2 weeks of coming off milk. So we went through them all there last night, and they're looking quite good. Everything is coming together nicely. Actually think that's one of them there. You look at the calf and you just see, he's one. Yeah, you're just looking and you're seeing the conformation, body condition, is he holding it, and that's what we decide on where they're coming on and off. So, and no, we forgot to turn on the fence. 1 second, go turn on the fence. No, I should keep them where they're supposed to be. The fence back on before they break out, and also we're just spreading dung here at the minute. 99 is coming into the yard, so getting that done as well. Lots of stuff going on. Yeah, that's the calves. So one thing just from earlier in the video, when we let out the calves down on the field, they're flying it, absolutely flying it. And one of the calves we let out was on ab lib, and as part of the research paper that is seen on ab lib calves, ad lib calves versus restricted feeding calves, which is the usual model, they're on 4, 6, 7, 8, whatever many litres, whereas ad lib, they drink as much as they want. One of the things that they done in that study was they didn't just weigh the calves, but they gave them an SCV, so a skeletal carcass value. So they measured the width of the calf, the length of the calf, the height of the calf, the depth of the body, to give the calf a carcass. Because one of the things in the comments I've seen that of ad lib feeding calves, people are saying they're only going to make them fat, they're not going to make them grow any bigger. So that was one of the things in the study, and that was one of the things they based on, that ad lib left the calves, I can't remember what the figure was, but they left them with a bigger frame, a bigger skeletal carcass value. So there's one thing I'd like to do, but if I suggested to Liv we're going to start measuring and measuring and measuring and measuring and measuring, I think she'd be getting a bit annoyed with me. So we didn't do that, but we'll see how they're getting on. We do have some, there's ad lib calves in this shed, and some of them are looking pretty nice. We do have some ad lib calves that aren't just as good, not as good as the other ad lib calves. They're still good calves, but it's going to be 2 years before we really see, you know, what the weights are, what kilo percentages are, and whether, like, the difference between a calf getting sick and not can make a huge difference. So an ad lib calf that gets sick would affect how well he performs too. So yeah, it's all to be figured out. Anyways, that's for you. Next time we look at a calf video, it'll probably be either letting out calves or part of a day in the life video, or when we get our worming program for this year. So that's what let us down last year, was our worming program. So hopefully this year the vet comes up with a better plan. Anyways, on another note, the goats are in for kidding. So I think Liv said, when did you say the first one should go kid? When should they kid? Next week. She should be first. So Gizmo's also sitting outside. He doesn't like to go too far from his ladies. Anyways, that's the goats. That's a video for another day. Anyways, look, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Have any comments or anything about the calves? Oh yeah, the wood chip has been fantastic. For some reason in this shed, the other shed, it's been fantastic. Bedding staying drier, staying cleaner for longer, and it was in this shed too, but we seem to be, maybe it's just the fall of the shed isn't enough. The other shed, it's the seepage is coming out. This shed, it's maybe not just as much, but it's the bedding is staying drier and cleaner and lasting longer, and that's all we wanted, to stretch what straw we had left. We are literally down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's about 10 bales of nursery. We're down to 15 square bales of straw, so it should see us out now. The calves are outside, takes a lot of pressure off the bedding. But yeah, wood chip, highly recommend for bedding calves. Superb job. So nice. We're going to leave it at that video. Any other questions, anything like that, as always, hit me down in the comments down below. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. That's it from me. Good luck.